Karnataka government has passed the Hindu Religious Institutions and Charitable Endowment Bill in the Assembly. The BJP is now up in arms against the government, calling it an anti-Hindu bill. Let's explain the clauses that have made it a big controversy today. According to the government amendment, the government will collect 10% of the income from the temples that have a revenue of more than 1 crore rupees. Right-wing groups have objected to the Section 19 clause that mentions common pool fund money can be utilized to any other religious institution which is in poor and needy circumstances. Section 25 subclause mentions members from both Hindu and other religions may be appointed to composite institutions as well. So those are some of the clauses to which a strong objection is coming in from right-wing outfits. The BJP slamming Karnataka government for this 10% tax on temples, calling this an anti-Hindu move. Let me quickly go across to Deepak joining us with more details. Deepak, BJP says the Karnataka government wants to fill its depleted coffers by adopting these anti-Hindu policies. Put this entire bill in perspective for us, and why is the BJP raising these strong objections to it today?
Well, the BJP is saying that this is a way in which, the Hindu temples will be looted. The income that is generated, some of these temples, of course, generate huge amounts of money, and this will go into the government coffers, which is again going to be used to fund their own schemes, is the charge from the Congress, from the BJP. The Congress, however, says that earlier, any temple which earned over 10 lakh rupees would have to pay 10% into this common pool fund. Now it has been increased to 1 crore and above. So only if a temple earns 1 crore and above, they'll have to pay 10%. And another slab that was there in the previous bill was that, temples which earn anywhere between 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs would have to pay 5%. Now that has, again, that slab too has been increased to temples which pay, earn more than 10 lakhs up to 1 crore rupees. So this should mean that the Congress claims that it would only help smaller temples because they would not be coughing up, 10% like in the past. But the BJP here is crying foul, saying that this is just another dubious means from the Congress party to make money off Hindu temples, and questions whether other religious institutions belonging to any other community, whether they can take away funds from that and put it into any sort of pool. Now, as far as these sections pertaining to this common pool and utilization is concerned, some of these sections even remain in the past as well. One of the biggest things that the Congress questions is that why were these issues not raised in the well of the House when the bill was introduced and passed? Why is it being raised now? Some of the Hindu groups as well are up in arms, and they are raising some of the questions as to why in composite institutions, why are non-Hindus as well being allowed? When it comes to composite institutions, some of them could include the Dattapita, the Anjanadri, and much more. So in such places, the temple management could have people from other communities because of certain issues, or rather there are certain conditions that do come into the picture there, because in a place like Dattapita, we've seen in the past Maulana as well performing a ritual. So in such an instance, the committee having a non-Hindu is something that this particular bill allows. So we'll really have to see what the Muzrai minister will come and explain and probably give clarity on, and how the BJP
the bill empowers government to
this.
collect 10% tax from temples that have revenue exceeding 1 crore rupees and 5% from those with revenues ranging between 10 lakh rupees and a crore. Stay on with us, Deepak. Let's quickly go across to Pratibha as well. She takes us through some of the contentious clauses of the bill. Pratibha, over to you.
Right, Christine, this is the bill that has been passed in the Assembly, accessed a copy of it by Deepak Bopanna, and here's the controversial bits of it. Three parts of it really that the Hindu groups and the BJP are objecting to. This is amendment of Section 19. It says in Section 19 of the Principal Act, in the subsection for the clause, the grant in aid to religious institutions of notified category C only which is less in income or in needy circumstances. So from the pool, here it is in Section 17. In this, it says that the entries relating the following shall be substituted, namely 10% of the gross income in respect to the institutions whose gross annual income exceeds 1 crore rupees. So this is the biggest point that the BJP is talking about, 10% of taxes on temples that have revenue of over 1 crore rupees. It goes on to say that relating to the others as well, 5% of the gross income income in respect to the institutions whose gross annual income exceeds 10 lakh rupees. Apart from that, section 26 as well, that says that the Rajya Dharmika Parishad shall have the power to appoint chairman of the committee of management. It goes on to say that it could be from the other religions, non-Hindu religion as well, that has hit the controversy with the right-wing groups raising an objection to it.
All right. So you took us through some of the details, some of the clauses contentious in nature to which the right-wing groups are currently staging strong opposition to. Thank you for that, Pratibha. Including section 19 clause as well, like Pratibha just highlighted, it speaks of how common pool fund money can be utilized to any other religious institution which is in poor and needy circumstances. The Congress, of course, has come out with its own set of justification. The Congress party slamming the BJP claims that the party is only spreading misinformation. Listen in.
This bill was not was first brought in by the BJP government. So let them actually tell what they have done in the last they were in power for 4.5 years. Let them give out a list of what all they have done for the Hindus, no? They had a big issue with the Hanuman flag being brought down and the Indian flag being hoisted in Mandya. What did they do for Anjanadri hill, where the birthplace of Hanuman? We gave 100 crores. When I was the social welfare minister, I started I gave land and money of over 5-6 acres, and we had envisioned close to 150 crore Ramayana museum. What did these people do? Why didn't they do? Why didn't they even have the courtesy to put up lay a foundation stone? So these people use Hindutva or the Hindu gods only when there is election. Otherwise, they really are not bothered.
The BJP has accused the Karnataka government of making serial anti-Hindu policies that continue to target the Hindu community. The BJP has accused Siddaramaiah government of attacking the faith of the Hindu community in its entirety. Pratibha joins us with more reactions coming in on social media. Several BJP leaders, including Amit Malviya, also taking to social media to target the Siddaramaiah government as far as this latest bill is concerned, which has been passed by the Karnataka government in the assembly. Over to you, Pratibha, for the latest reactions coming in from the BJP.
A lot of reactions coming in on this, Prithween. First, of course, let's take you through what the BJP Karnataka President Vijayendra has said. He has tweeted in Kannada. Let me translate it. It goes on to say that the Congress government, which is following a serial anti-Hindu policy in the state, has now taken a crooked look at the revenue of the Hindu temples and passed the Hindu Religious Institutions and Charitable Endowments Bill to fill its empty coffers. According to this, from now on, the government will collect 10% of the income of the temples above 1 crore rupees. This is nothing but the offering that has been dedicated by the devotees to the god. So questioning that, he is going on to also say that the question of crores of devotees, why is it that the Siddaramaiah government only eyes the Hindu temples and not the income of any other religions, and saying that this is the Congress government trying to usurp the money. Similar reaction also coming in from Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP as well, who has also gone on to hit out at the Karnataka government. He has also tweeted in this regard, going on to say that this is the anti-Hindu Congress whose allies want to destroy Sanatan Dharma, who abuse Hindus on a daily basis, oppose Ram Mandir, and are tagged as Hindu terrorists, have now committed the misdeed that made Aurangzeb feel proud, that is imposing 10% tax on temples. And he goes on to say this is modern jizya, steal from Hindus and give it to the vote bank. In the latest, we have also a reaction coming in from Amit Malviya, who has gone on to tweet, this is a shocking move. The Congress government Karnataka has amended the Hindu Religious Institutions and Charitable Endowment Bill, allowing, among other things, to appoint non-Hindus to temple trust. What kind of nonsense is this? Are Hindus incapable of managing the affairs of the community? He goes on to say it also mandates that the Hindu temples pay tax up to 10% of the donation received. This is like jizya. The above two amendments infer that temple income can also be used for anything. For instance, temple fund could potentially be used for building walls of a Qabristan. If this doesn't wake up the Hindus to the reality that the Congress is the new Muslim League, nothing else will. He goes on to say, stop voting for the Congress party.
Okay, to this and to several of these reactions coming in from the BJP, the Congress Pratibha has come out to say that it's clear that the BJP always pursues political gains by claiming that Congress is anti-Hindu.